Look at that. Look at that smiling face. And it's. Wait a minute. Is that another new setup? Every time you call, it's
it's the same setup, same corner.
Okay. It's looking good. It looks like you're at a recording studio. It's Al Jackson, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Al. Thank you, sir.
And
hello.
I guess I was surprised because lately you've been dressing like a golfer in the mid-'70s. But now you're
on the show.
Yeah. No. On this show. No, on your TV show, you always look very nice.
Well, you know, I'm wearing the top half of my outfit. I'm telling everybody, I started dressing like Red from Shawshank. You know, like and I just picked that uniform, and I've got this in a black. I'm becoming you, Tom, which is weird. This is a weird way for you to find out I'm really your son. Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Wow.
But yeah, it's I'm becoming you. I have the same outfit, kind of like same shirt, couple different colors, same pants, couple different colors, and everything else is going to Goodwill.
Yeah, it makes your life easier, doesn't it? I don't think about it.
It really does.
Now,
I don't know how the ladies feel about it, but yeah.
We were just talking off the air, Al. The Olympics are great. It's so much fun to watch them. And we were kind of joking around about breaking, or break-in, as it's called, the breakdancing being in the Olympics. Did you know that, are you familiar with the way this is going to work?
No, I was like, who is judging this? That's what I want to know.
Well, they have 9 judges, I believe, and then there's a DJ, and the participant does not know what they're going to play. Which I didn't. So it's not like with the skaters where they know exactly what they're going to get.
They're not choreographed to that particular music.
Yeah.
Right.
So I thought it'd be really funny to play something kind of down tempo like "Tears in Heaven" or really throw the guy. Now, is this? I have a question. Is this? Are there women and men that do this, and are they separate categories? Do we know?
I would think it would.
Women and men.
There are women and men,
but are they in different groups or
that? I don't know.
Okay.
Are they mixed?
I'm pretty sure they're.
And by that I mean races.
I'm pretty sure there's a male group and a female group.
I think he's okay.
As with all of the,
I think some of the coolest stuff they're doing now.
There might be a co-ed.
I'm looking forward to it.
I like the co-ed stuff where they did the swimming, where they go back and I think it's super cool.
No.
So
isn't it weird that we're talking about break and everybody's just like Josh just sounded so professional, and you were like, I'm looking forward to the breakdancing.
I know.
Remember, I am too. It's so weird that hip hop went from this kind of fringe music in the 80s that was talking about 40s and NWA and that what was going on at that time to now. Like I swear, the Drake Kendrick Lamar beef they were talking about on CNN.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What is happening? It's insane to me.
And if you had said Snoop Dogg is going to be the ambassador of the Olympics,
yeah,
that would be unheard of.
I was looking at my screen. I was looking at Snoop and Martha, looking at what's that called? That weird horse BDSM that they do.
Dressage.
Yes,
dressage.
That is. Can we be honest about? I'm not saying people are doing anything with it. I'm just saying it's very like. Leathery control muzzle. I don't know. It's just very weird.
The breaking competition at the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris will have 2 events, one for men and one for women. The women's competition starts tomorrow with qualifying rounds from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern and the final 3 rounds from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern. This is all United States Eastern Daylight Time.
Okay. This is popular.
Men's competition August 10th, Saturday. Qualifying rounds 10 to noon, and then final 3 rounds 2 to 4 Saturday afternoon.
Oh, cool.
I think it's so
I
odd.
don't understand
people are going to watch.
Scoring. Like, are they just going to be like, Tom, your breakdancing team only served them 3 times.
Yeah.
However, you were served 4 times, and he got his swag on.
We had a story this morning. There are 5 categories they score on. My point, Al, was they shouldn't do it at a stadium. They should assign it to random street corners and put a hat out. Whoever makes the most money per hour wins.
Are you ready for this part? In each event, 16 competitors called B-boys or B-girls will face off in solo battles. The competitors will improvise to DJ tracks, which we've already found out they don't know what music they're playing, combining power moves like windmills and footwork like the 6-step with freezes.
Oh, sure.
Judges will evaluate the competitors on 6 criteria: creativity, personality, technique, variety, performativity. No, I don't think that's a
That's
word.
made up.
And musicality. The breaker with the most points and rounds scored by the judges will advance to the next round, and so on.
We have somewhat of a breakdancing pro-am expert on staff. Jeff Oskey has spent hours watching this kind of thing
Is that
online
right?
and is a genuine fan.
That's what he tells you. That's what the tapes say. Breakdancing on here.
That's what I told everybody when they caught me watching the women's shot put. No, I'm an expert in this. The men are good, but the women's shot put.
There's an audience. And if it's popular, we're eventually going to see team breakdancing, mixed breakdancing.
First of all, Al,
You might want to check out the women's shot put. It's a nice time.
Oh, that's right up Al's alley.
Oh, yeah.
If they had female naked wrestling in Jello, Al would be there as the MC.
Shoulder.
I don't need the Jello. The Jello's extra. That's a different thing.
Now,
That's
Al,
not
you're
my
a man
lane.
of a certain age.
That's
You
right.
probably came of age. Do you remember the breakdancing movies?
I absolutely do. If this is how weird life is and how much life imitates art. We're talking about this right now. Yesterday, I was talking to my boy John Vargas randomly in the car about the difference between break-in and then break-in to Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Because if you look at them, they're very different movies. Like Breakin' 1, it's really what breakdancing was. Like if my crew had a beef with the Bob and Tom crew, we would meet at a nightclub on a Friday night. Chick would be in a tracksuit, as would Tom, and we would face off. And that's how they handled beef.
Right.
And then part 2, they were like, we need to make this more mainstream. So then they got, remember the white girl that had to go to the hood and like learn how, because she was a ballerina or something. She's like, I'll teach you how to plie if you teach me how to windmill. It's like some kind of weird.
And then it's sort of an anti-gentrification story where they are against like the new development of a community center or something.
Don't you love that?
Yes,
All of a
Josh.
sudden, they've got an NPR correspondent talking to them.
Josh, I missed that trope. What Josh is talking about is every like movie that involved breakdancing, it was always like a mean older white guy that ran a conglomerate of like strip malls, and they would always target wherever the community center was, and they were like, we're tearing this down and putting it in a dots.
Yeah. They're like, but our youth, and like a your youth.
I love it.
That was like
that
a-
needs to come back.
Now, Al, if we were to go back to your scenario, our group versus say your group. Now, is it okay? Would it be my posse, or is posse passe, or would it be my crew? If I say, listen, Al, I'm going to meet the folks from the Daily Blast Live, my crew is going to take on your crew, or are both those terms passe?
No, I think crew would be apropos. Posse was big from, I feel like, 81 to 89, culminating with My Posse's on Broadway by Sir Mix-a-Lot. And then that word just wasn't used that much. But like crew is like cool. Like it stayed. You can right now be like, who do you really hang with at the Bob and Tom show? Like I like everybody, but like Christy, Ace, and Josh are my crew. Like that's like that just means like that. Those are the people you're tight with. So yeah, crew would be right, and it's right on line with breakdancing.
I like that the hip hop world took posse from essentially the Wild West. They took it from a bunch of guys who would be furious.
He can't
On
ride
a
a
number
horse.
of level. There's a number of things you shouldn't be doing. First of all, being in this bar. It's really amazing. And also, like, since we're on this weird hip hop went through this weird fascination with the Wild Wild West. There was a song called The Wild Wild West about the west side of Harlem, but they were all dressed like they were extras in like Unforgiven or something. It was very weird. It was like a cowboy western, and like hip hop went through these weird, like, I don't know, dress up phases, and there was definitely like an old west part of that. Needs to come back too.
Yeah, and in a way it has. There's some great movies that
No.
are, black westerns. There's some awesome ones.
Now, Al, on a totally different note, what Olympic sport do you think has the smallest crowds in person in Paris? I don't know the answer. Do you have any idea what would be the least appealing? Because
It's got to be.
I think the breaking will be huge. I think the crowd.
Absolutely. And obviously sprinting, basketball, that's always going to be big. And the reason that I think that they put like the javelin, and no shade, but like the shot put, they're happening while other things are happening, so you have no choice but to watch them, I'm trying to think of maybe the surfing, just because it was in Tahiti and how many people
Yeah.
are in Tahiti. I don't know.
The
Hard to get
stands,
into, yeah.
the stands for the skeet shooting were small. There were, it looked like there were 75 people there. But
Yeah, okay, that may be the least popular.
but it was also awesome.
Now,
Yeah,
Al,
I
when
don't
you're
know.
watching,
Maybe they just had to fill some seats. That which would have been,
Al,
yeah.
when you're watching, and because there's so many sports, do you ever say to you kind of kick back and go, well, if I'd made a few different choices, I could be doing this. Which sport would it be?
Yeah, it's got to be, because when I hosted that Guinness Book of World Records show, I was always looking at records that I could get, and they always involve like something with dice because you don't have to balance or anything. I would think for the Olympics, what could you do? Well, strangely, I'm going to go Cool Runnings here, and I'm just going to go in that the not the luge, but the other thing, the bobsled. Yeah, all you got to do is lay there. Yeah, just get a good body. What do you have to do?
Well, first of all, you have to have balls the size of bowling balls because it's terrifying.
Are you comparing
can't
yourself to Doug E. Doug?
Yes. And John Candy was in that as well, right?
Yeah, yes.
What a great, I think about, it's weird. I think about John Candy way too. He's just so great. And I watch The Great Outdoors all the time because him and Dan Aykroyd were so, like that pairing. And that, I don't know. I love The Great Outdoors. The sarcasm that's my movie.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now we have time to squeeze in a couple of words. As you know, Al Jackson is a featured performer on the Daily Blast Live. He's also coaching. He's my life coach. He's coaching me on becoming a little more street, if you will, a little hipper, if you think that's possible. What is my word to learn today?
Well, Tom, this is something that I just learned. So I want to see if anybody in there knows this. If I'm sending Christy a text and I put a period at the end of the sentence, what does that mean, Christy, in 2024 texting etiquette?
I think it means I'm done talking. Don't respond to this.
That's a great guess. Is that right?
That's pretty close. It's more like you're what Christy just said, and that you're kind of upset because young kids that are like 17, 18, they don't put a period at the end of a sentence.
You're
but
right.
if they go, Christy, stay away from my boyfriend, period, like that means something. Like that period is like which I just thought that was good grammar.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Who knew?
Same here.
Yeah.
So when I'm texting my nieces, I should be careful with my punctuation. I don't need them thinking I'm mad.
Right.
Not to mention
I'll
those
be right over
Not to
a
mention
period.
those photographs you're sending the pictures.
Hey, John, I apologize. I meant to text my lady. And your daughter's.
That has to have happened. Where you send
absolutely.
it and it's like, well, what do? Do I call their parents?
Well, I
And
ruined.
make it seem like you're trying to get ahead of it.
I won't be seeing
doing?
you at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. But yeah.
I think you get ahead of it. Yep.
Yeah. Let's move on. I need another word before we let you go, Al Jackson. What do we got?
Okay, really quick, and I'll send you guys a text after the show. I have a story about that, and it's weirdly, I wasn't the one at fault, but I'll explain. All right, Tom, I like this one because it's short, quick, and it's going to take us out. Tom, what is a full beat?
BEAT, presumably a full beat.
Yes, sir.
Is this something you do to someone? I gave her the full beat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, is it? I'm assuming it's not some kind of hostile, aggressive, domestic violence thing.
No, I really don't. I don't like to get those. I don't like to squeeze those in.
Thank you, Al.
TV jokes.
I assume giving her the full beat would be really turning on your charm and going for it. And I really went after this one. I gave her the
That's
full.
a good guess.
I gave her the full beat. No, that's not right though.
No, Christy, what are you thinking?
Full beat. I have no guess. Do you know what this is?
I have a guess.
My guess comes from, is yours theater related?
Yeah, no, I
Awkward
think
pause, I would go with.
Yeah, mine is
Awkward
take a
pause.
breath.
Take a moment.
Yeah, take a
Take a-
pause.
full beat.
That's smart. Full beat.
That's
sure.
that's good. They are not correct,
right,
but they're all good guesses.
Okay.
I didn't know until I heard this. A full beat means you want a full face of makeup.
Oh, I would
Really?
never.
Yeah. So like, if somebody said Christy showed up and her face was beat to death, they would just mean like, "Oh, your makeup looked really nice." And so
Really?
when you're going all into like a formal event, you know, your wedding, you say, "I'm going to get a full beat."
I would never have guessed that.
I was making this comment the other day that the women gymnasts all looked fantastic. They just looked so beautiful, and you could tell they'd spent a great deal of time in their makeup, which is great.
Perfect.
They probably have somebody backstage, so they all got the full beat.
Yeah.
Yes,
Very
that
good.
sounds like you've inquired about being that somebody backstage.
No. But the reason the other day, do you do Wordle?
I do not.
Okay. The other day, do you remember the video a few years ago where the woman said she was on fleek?
On
Yes.
fleek.
That it became this huge viral video.
That became
Yes.
a very popular phrase. Yeah.
And I thought maybe that was the word FLEEK.
Oh, okay.
Oh no!
I don't
but
think that's
maybe
a real
maybe
word.
it might be in the dictionary now. I am such a nerd. I listened to this linguist podcast because my girlfriend went to college for linguistics, and it obviously I'm interested in language. And the Oxford Dictionary says that they follow the public, so that's why words like LOL are in the dictionary now.
Yeah. I think it's
because
cool.
it's not. Yeah, and they said the next one's going to be though THO. Because so many people use it like that and text it, it's about to be a word.
Is that the one that means the hooker over there or something?
What?
No, that's thought.
Oh, thought?
Yeah.
What is it? The hooker, what is it again?
No, that hoe over there.
Oh, that hoe over there. Okay, so I'm sorry. So it's not necessarily a professional.
We can't talk casually in these terms with Tom. We should
I
know
think
that.
Al feels like he's somehow failed. Sorry.
Not at all. I love it. I'm just saying you didn't give a specific direction. You just said that hooker over. Like, where is she?
Al, how does one find you in the world of the internet and social media, Al?
You can find me on Al Jackson IG, where you always can, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Al Jackson Comedy.
Thank you, Al.